Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong Softball Field, getting set for the beginning of game number 2, Armstrong and Lynn. Pirates will send freshman left-hander C.C. Campbell to the circle. She'll have freshman Bridget Devlin catching. Brittany Cooley will be at third base. Alexis Mercer at short. April Jowers at second. Whitney Galloway at first. And in the outfield from left to right, Celia Blom, Bailey Temples, and Shelby Duff. Delaney Bry will lead things off for Lynn here. She is the designated player in game number 2. Campbell's first pitch sails inside and goes all the way to the backstop for a ball. After Bry, it will be Van Kasteren batting second. Murray, the pitcher in game number 2 for the Knights, will bat third, as that pitch is a strike. Basalo, the left fielder, bats cleanup. Garceau will bat 5th. Mandy Brown 6th. Carissa Cook will play first base and bat 7th. Vicky Naginski will bat 8th, play third base. Marianne Johnson play right field, bat 9th, as this pitch is fouled off down the left side, out of play for strike 2. And Bianca Savulek, the center fielder, will be the flex player in game number 2. Bry was 0 for 3 in game number 1. Takes the 1-2 pitch outside for a ball. So she is batting .300 through the first 3 games of the season, 3 for 10. Two pitch well high. Campbell lost her grip on the ball, and it's now a full count on Bry. So the 3-2 pitch from Campbell, lifted foul down the left side. Campbell took the loss for the Pirates yesterday in the game against Florida Tech through 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1, did not walk a batter in the 2-1 loss to the Panthers. 3-2 pitch, grounded foul again by Bry. To delivery again from Campbell, popped again, foul. This one just over the Armstrong dugout, out of play. Three-two pitch. Grounded to short. Mercer up with it, throws on to first, and there's one away. So Bry grounds out to short to start game at number 2. And it brings up the shortstop, Anne-Marie Van Kasteren. Van Kasteren 0 for 2 with a sacrifice in game number 1. Lines a shot to second. April Jowers on one hop will pick it up, throw on to first, and there's two away. So that brings up the pitcher, Casey Murray. Murray played third base in game number 1 and went 1 for 3 with a single. Takes a pitch high and tight here for ball 1. One 0 pitch chopped foul at the plate. One changeup is a strike right over the plate. Good pitch there by Campbell. She's now ahead of Murray. And a ground ball to second off the bat of Murray. Jowers throws over to first, and 3 up, 3 down go the Saints in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Pirates coming to bat. Back with you here at the Armstrong Softball Field. Bottom of the first inning, Armstrong will face Casey Murray. Murray making her second start of the year. Went 2 innings yesterday against Flagler. Gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, walked 4, did not strike out a batter in the 8-0 loss to the Saints. And she will face Shelby Duff, April Jowers, and Bailey Temples here in the first inning. Brittany Cooley will bat cleanup for the Pirates. Alexis Mercer will bat 5th, as a ground ball to third is a fair ball. Duff didn't recognize that it was a fair ball, so it is an error by the third baseman, Naginski. And a slow recognition by Duff, but Duff will still make it to first safely. And the Pirates have the leadoff runner on. And head coach Ted Evans wants to have a word with Shelby Duff. Either Duff thought for some reason that maybe the ball hit her, but she stood in the batter's box like it was a foul ball. Even though the ball was clearly fair, it was within probably about a foot, foot and a half of the third base line. But either way, the Pirates will have the leadoff runner on for April Jowers. Jowers 2 for 2 with a walk and a pair of singles in game number 1 of our doubleheader. Bunts this one foul Over towards the Armstrong dugout for strike one. The 0-1 pitch from Murray is grounded to short and a base hit. The shortstop Van Kasteren had broke towards second base, and it was a well-placed ball by Jowers to the spot that Van Kasteren had vacated. So an infield single for Jowers, and the Pirates have 2 on with nobody out for Bailey Temples. Temples 1 for 3 in game number 1 with a 2-run home run. She hits this one into right field. That is a base hit. Rounding third is Duff. She will score. Heading to second is Temples. They have her hung up, and now Temples will retreat to first, and now we'll head towards second and will be tagged out, but the Pirates will score. So Temples gives herself up in order to get the Pirates an extra run, and it is 2-0 Armstrong. So 2-run score on the single and the alert base running by April Jowers, and it brings up Brittany Cooley with the bases empty, 1 out. Cooley fouls one off her own batting helmet for strike 1. Cooley 1 for 3 in game number 1 with a solo home run. Big swing and a miss again by Cooley, and it's now 0-2. As a breeze kicks up behind us, 0-2 pitch to Cooley, popped up and is caught by the catcher Garceau on a diving play in fair territory, so Cooley pops up to the catcher for the second out of the inning. So with 2 down, it brings up Alexis Mercer. Mercer 0 for 2 with a walk in game number 1. Still searching for her first hit as a Pirate. One-0 pitch, high for a ball, and it's 2-0. Murray's 2-0 pitch hit deep and foul down the third base side. And it's 2-1, just underway in the second game of our doubleheader, bottom of the first inning. 2-0 Armstrong leads. An error, a couple of singles, and an alert base running play have played at 2 for Armstrong. Mercer grounds this one to short. Van Kasteren up with it, throws on to first. And it's in time, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates played 2. We go to the top of the second. 2-0 Armstrong. Armstrong leads Lynn 2-0. We move to the second inning. Casey Salo leads things off. Looks at a strike from C.C. Campbell. Salo 2 for 8 on the season. Was hitless in game 1 of our doubleheader today. Takes a curveball inside, the lefty facing the lefty Campbell. And it's 1-1. Campbell, the true freshman from North Carolina. Delivers a pitch upstairs for a ball. Campbell, at least to my recollection, is the first left-handed pitcher in Armstrong fast pitch softball history. Swinging a fly ball into left field. On the run is Blom, and she will make the grab on the sharply hit ball by Vassallo for out number 1. And with 1 down, it brings up Garceau. Garceau 1 for 3 in game number 1. 2 for 8 on the season, .250 average. Swings and lines one in the left. That is a sharp base hit for the catcher Garceau. And that is the first hit of the ball game for Lynn. So with 1 on and 1 down, Mandy Brown steps to the plate, the second baseman for Lynn. Shows bunt, takes a pitch high for ball 1. Brown 0 for 3 in game 1, flied out twice and fouled out once. The 1-0 pitch hits her. So Brown finds her way on base the hard way. She is hit by the Campbell pitch, and Lynn has the tying runs on with just 1 out here in the second inning. And it brings up Carissa Cook, first baseman here in the second game. Did not play in game number 1, 5'9" sophomore from New Jersey. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Cook was 1 for 2 in yesterday's doubleheader. She bunts this one off her own hand. And the bases umpire will call the foul ball off the bunt attempt by Cook. So it's an 0-2 count now on Cook. We'll see if the bunt sign is still on. With the runners on first and second. And called strike 3. Campbell paints the outside corner and strikes out Cook for the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for the freshman. So with 2 down, it brings up Vicky Naginski, playing third base here in game number 2. She was the first baseman in game 1. Ground ball to second, and with 2 outs, Jowers decides to go to second instead of to first, but the out is recorded, and that retires the side. Not sure Jowers knew there was 2 outs in the inning, but regardless, the Pirates get out of the inning, and we head to the bottom of the second. Armstrong leads it 0-0. Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong Softball Field. Pirates lead Lynn 2-0. Whitney Galloway, Heather Walker, and Celia Bloom to face pitcher Casey Murray. Pirates put up 2 runs in the first and a little repair work being done on the second base bag. We saw during the Florida Tech game yesterday one of the Florida Tech players slide through the second base bag and actually dislodge it. It kicked about 4 or 5 feet out towards the outfield. So obviously it's not as secure as the umpires would like. So which gives us a chance to talk about the Super Bowl tonight. New England and New York Giants. I asked head coach Ted Evans before the game who his pick was. He is firmly in the New England camp. So let's go ahead and survey our press tent here. Scoreboard operator Kat Swan, your pick. So the head says Patriots, the heart says Giants. Okay. So I'm not sure what to call that. Okay, so the pick is the Patriots. Whitney Galloway now set to face Murray. First pitch is a big swing and a miss by Galloway, and it's 0-1. Galloway was 0 for 3 in game 1. 2 for 9 on the young season for the Pirates. The 0-1 delivery is right over the plate. Good pitch from Murray there, and it's 0-2. PA announcer Cortland Hendricks, your pick. The 0-2 pitch is down and away, and I'll say Cortland in Las Vegas, you can get a bet on anything. I'm sure there is odds for that. 15 shots of Eli Manning's sideline face. All right, ground ball to second. Off the bat of Galloway, easy play for Mandy Brown. She'll throw on to first, and there's 2 away. But the pick is the Patriots, okay? So 2-0 Patriots. Let's go to TriCaster operator Derek Reed. He is flipping a coin. His team is the New Orleans Saints. Derek went to school in New Orleans, correct? So Xavier in New Orleans, so a big Saints fan. You have to go with the NFC though, right? If you're a Saints fan, conference pride as Walker takes a pitch upstairs. It's 2-0. All right, so I've convinced Derek to stay with the NFC and take the Giants. 2-0 pitch to Walker is low, and it's now 3-0 to Heather Walker. Did not play in game number 1, did Walker, the senior from Peachtree City, Georgia. 0 for 4 on the season, as in yesterday's doubleheader against Florida Tech. 3-0 pitch, well high, and Murray walks Walker on 4 pitches for a 1-out base runner for Armstrong. And that will bring up Celia Bloom, who was 0 for 2 in game number 1. Lynn University assistant SID Lance Thomas, your pick. There we go, Giants. So it's 2 in favor of the Patriots, 2 in favor of the Giants, as Bloom bunts this one foul off the screen for strike 1. So the tie-breaking vote has been put firmly in my hands. There's a lot riding on this now, you know. This will determine who wins tonight. That's right. So I have actually been saying it all week long that even though it seems like everyone in the national media is picking the Giants as that pitch is high, I will still pick the Giants. I'm a big believer in matchups, and the Giants seem to have the Patriots number right now. So So for whatever that is worth, fans at home, the pick from the Armstrong Softball press tent is the Giants. Bunt to the pitcher, Murray. She'll go to second, and not in time, so the decision by Murray to go to second instead of to first to get the sure out results in a fielder's choice. Still credit blown with the sacrifice, but it's 2 on now with 1 out for the catcher, Bridget Devlin. Devlin making her Armstrong debut at the plate. She came in and caught a couple innings for the Pirates in Game 1. Freshman from Brooklet, Georgia, Effingham County High School product. Takes a first pitch low for ball 1. Pitch upcoming to Devlin. And it bounces off the plate. Garceau tracks it down as it took a kick to the right. And Walker unable to advance, but now Murray's fallen behind Devlin 2-0. 2-0 pitch well high, and Murray now in danger of loading the bases here with only 1 out in the second inning. The 3-0 pitch, grounded foul as Devlin had the swing sign on 3-0. Heather Walker on at second base. Celia Blom on at first. The 3-1 delivery from Murray is high, but Devlin swings and misses at it, and the count is full. So Murray comes all the way back, works the count full. The 3-2 pitch lifted into left, but foul. So Devlin stays alive. Bridget Devlin, high school teammate of Shelby Duff at Effingham County High School. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Devlin out on strikes. Murray gets a big strikeout there. And with 2 down, we go back to the top of the order for Shelby Duff. Duff reached on an error in the first inning and scored. She hits this one foul. For strike 1. Duff now 4 for 10 on the season, so hitting an even .500. Lines this one into right field, and a great grab by the second baseman, Mandy Brown, as she went and leapt up, snared it, and ends the inning for the Pirates. Pirates put 2 on, but we head to the top of the third inning. Armstrong leads it 2-0. to the third inning here at the Armstrong Softball Field. Pirates leading Lynn 2-0. CeCe Campbell's first pitch to Marianne Johnson, the right fielder, is a strike. Johnson had a good first game, 2 for 3 with a double. Now hitting .400 on the year. Takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's now 0-2. To Johnson, senior from Maryland. And the 0-2 pitch is outside for ball 1. And now the 1-2 delivery is fouled off by Johnson. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Armstrong here in game number 2. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Knights. The 1-2 delivery is in the dirt for ball 2. To changeup, swung on and missed, and Campbell picks up her second strikeout of the game. And we move back to the top of the order for Delaney Bry. Bry grounded out to short her first time up. First pitch sails way in on Bry for a ball. Swings and lifts this one into left field. Blom makes the grab, overran it just by a hair, but was able to reach back up and snare it for out number 2. And that brings up the shortstop, Anne-Marie Van Castern. She lines one into center field, and that will drop for a base hit. So Van Castern has the second hit of the game for the Knights. And it brings up the pitcher, Casey Murray. She grounded out to second her first time up. She takes a pitch outside for ball 1. In game 1, we saw the pitcher Callie Darlin help her own cause with a 2-run home run. That gave the Knights a 2-1 lead, but it was a brief lead because the very next inning, the Pirates cranked 2 2-run home runs, and the final score was 5-2. One pitch to Murray, late swing, and it's fouled off, and a nice play by the first base coach for Lynn. Good hands over there. So the 1-2 pitch from Campbell, changeup line, foul down the left side. One-two pitch, high and tight. Murray leans out of the way, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch, lined foul down the right side this time. So again, the 2-2 pitch grounded to second base, and April Jowers will use her speed to beat the runner to first. It kicked off of Galloway's glove, but Jowers was there to pick it up and step on the bag for the ever-present 3-4 ground out, and that retires the side. Lynn gets a hit, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Armstrong. Move to the bottom of the third inning here at the Armstrong Softball Field. Pirates leading it 2-0, and April Jowers will lead things off for the Pirates. Singled and scored in the first inning. 3 for 3 today with 3 singles and a walk. Takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. As Jowers continues to hit very well throughout her career. She is the career leader in batting average at Armstrong. 1-0 pitch. Chopped to second. Throw on to first. And out is Jowers. Mandy Brown with quick hands at second. Able to throw out Jowers for the first out of the inning. Temple steps to the plate. She drove in a run with a single in the first inning and then helped bring home the second run when she got caught up between first and second and allowed Jowers to score from third. Fouls off the first pitch here from Murray for strike 1. So Temple's 2 for 4 in the doubleheader today with 3 runs driven in, including the 2-run home run in the first game. Wind continues to shift around the field a little bit. It was blowing out a moment ago, now is blowing to the right. A few more clouds have creeped into the area, but the anticipated rain showers really have not materialized. Ground ball to short, and no chance for Van Kasteren to get Temples on the hard shot. That'll be a infield hit for the Pirates, and 1 out base runner for Brittany Cooley. Cooley popped up to the catcher Garceau in the first inning on a very athletic play by Garceau. She came out from behind the plate and dove for the ball in fair territory and registered the out. So Cooley 1 for 9 on the season, but the one, a solo home run. Runner goes to second, and Temples will steal second as the throw was actually caught by the second baseman, Mandy Brown, behind the bag at second base. So Temples notches her second stolen base of the year and moves into scoring position. Cooley takes a off-speed pitch that is right over the plate for a strike. And the count moves to 1-1. One pitch, lined to short. Short hopped by the shortstop, and a smart play by Van Kasteren is she decides to not make the throw to first, holding Temples at third, so an infield single for Cooley. And the Pirates have runners at the corners, and the Pirates are going to bring in a runner at first base for Cooley as Bethany Wilkie will come in. So Wilkie on at first, Temples at third, one out, and Alexis Mercer steps to the plate. Mercer grounded out to short her first time up. Takes a pitch a little bit low for a ball. The 1-0 delivery from Murray at the knees. And the Pirates will run the grass play as Wilkie heads to second and will take second. Lynn will concede the stolen base and make sure that Temples does not have a chance to advance. So Wilkie steals second. And now we're going to have a visit to the mound, and it looks like we're going to have a discussion here with the bases umpire. Again, we saw the Pirates run this play yesterday. There is no such thing as a baseline in softball. You can pretty much run wherever you want in the field of play, and that is a designed play to either elicit a throw to try and score the runner from third, or when they decide not to make that throw, you can take second, not wanting to risk that advance. So absolutely. So the Pirates have runners at second and third with one out. And a 1-1 count on Mercer. So Murray will deliver the 1-1 pitch to Mercer, and that's fouled back out of play. And it's 1-2. One-two pitch, bounces in for a ball. Throw down to third, but Temples back to the bag safely. One down. Here in the third, Pirates trying to add to a 2-0 lead with a pair of runners in scoring position. 2-2 pitches in the dirt, and it's now a full count on freshman Alexis Mercer. 3-2 pitch, grounded foul down the third base side. Mercer waits for the full count pitch. It is fouled off, out of play behind the first base dugout. Delivers the 3-2 pitch again to Alexis Mercer, and it's hit high to left. This could be deep enough to score Temples. Catch is made, and Temples will score, and the sacrifice fly will make it a 3-0 lead for the Pirates. So Mercer gets her first collegiate RBI on the sacrifice fly. And it brings up the first baseman, Whitney Galloway. Wilkie still at second base, and Galloway bats. She is 0 for 1 today. First pitch is down and away for a ball. Pitch right over the plate for a strike from Murray, and it's 1-1. One pitch, ground ball to short. Van Kasteren with the throw. It's in time, and that will retire the side, but the Pirates add a run. Pair of hits, stolen base, and we go to the top of the fourth. Armstrong leads 3-0. Armstrong leads Lynn 3-0, and Cece Campbell delivers a first pitch strike to Casey Masala, the left fielder. Flew out to left field in the second inning. Changeup is right over the plate, And Campbell gets ahead of Vassallo 0-2. Pitch, grounded foul down the third base side. Reminder, fans, our next webcast comes your way from Pirate Field, the home of Armstrong baseball, currently ranked 25th in the country, and sweeping Winston-Salem State in its season opening series this weekend. They will host Concord out of West Virginia at 2 o'clock on Friday. As called strike 3 on the Campbell changeup, the third strikeout of the game for Campbell. And it brings up the catcher, Lauren Garceau. It would be a 3-game series for the Pirates against the Mountain Lions of Concord. 2 o'clock on Friday, 1 o'clock on Saturday, and 11 a.m. on Sunday. First pitch from Campbell to Garceau is a strike. Garceau singled off of Campbell in the second inning. Singles to left here, underneath the outstretched glove of Brittany Cooley, and Garceau has a 2-hit ball game. And a 3-hit day. She was 1 for 3 in game number 1. That will bring up the second baseman, Mandy Brown. Brown swings and fouls one off down the right side for strike 1. She was hit by a Campbell pitch in the second inning. A 1 pitch bunted. Galloway will throw to second, and out at first base is Brown, as Jowers covers the first base bag and makes the play. It puts the runner, Garceau, in scoring position, but there are now 2 out in the inning. And the first pitch to Cook is low for a ball. Carissa Cook, a strikeout victim of Campbell in the second. Grounds this one to short. Mercer on one hop throws high to first, but Galloway snags it, steps on the bag, and that retires the side. Lynn gets a hit, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3 Armstrong. Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong Softball Field. Bottom of the 4th inning, Heather Walker leads off for the Pirates. She'll be followed by Celia Blome and Bridget Devlin. The bottom third of the order for the Pirates, facing pitcher Casey Murray. And Murray delivers a first pitch ball to Walker, who drew a walk from Murray in the 2nd inning. One-0 pitch outside, and it's 2-0. Walker, the senior from Peachtree City, hits a deep fly ball to left. Was this fair or foul? And it is caught right at the fence by the left fielder, Vassallo, as that ball just died out in left field, and Vassallo able to run under it and make the catch. So that will bring up left fielder Celia Blome. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. The junior college transfer from Daytona State swings and misses at the Murray pitch, and it's 1-1. One pitch popped up to short. Van Kasteren will make the easy grab. And with 2 down, it brings up the catcher, Bridget Devlin. Devlin struck out in the 2nd in her first collegiate at-bat. First pitch to her is high for a ball. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Pirates here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Lynn. Pirates won game 1 5-2 as Devlin swings and misses at that offering. Pirates coming off of a doubleheader split with Florida Tech yesterday, as that pitch is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Lynn coming off of a doubleheader sweep at the hands of Flagler yesterday down in St. Augustine. The 1-2 delivery from Murray, swung on and missed, strike 3. And 3 up, 3 down go the Pirates. In the 4th, we had the top of the 5th. 3-0 Armstrong. move to the top of the 5th inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order to face C.C. Campbell here in the 5th. Vicky Naginski, the third baseman. Grounds back to the pitcher, Campbell, throw on to first, and that is a 1-pitch out for Campbell as Naginski is retired 1-3. And it brings up the right fielder, Marianne Johnson. Johnson, a strikeout victim of Campbell in the 3rd. Takes the off-speed pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Johnson 2 for 3 in game 1 with a single and a double. 0-1 pitch on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Pitch, a little high, taken for a ball. Armstrong Softball's next home action comes your way February 22nd when the Pirates open up the Peach Belt Conference season against Lander. Pirates were picked 2nd in a preseason poll of the league's coaches behind number 3 ranked North Georgia. North Georgia picked to repeat. They are the 3-time Peach Belt champions. Pirates finished 2nd in the Peach Belt standings last season, 13-7 record. Line drive into right field. That is a base hit for Johnson, who has had a good hitting day for the Knights. 3 hits in the double dip. And a 1-out base runner for Lynn as we go back to the top of the order for Delaney Bry. Bry lined out to left her last time up. She has also grounded out to short in this game. She takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Pitch is a little high, and it's 2-0. Next pitch also high, and now Campbell falls behind the designated player Bry 3-0. 3-0 pitch inside, ball 4. Bry draws a 4-pitch walk. And Lynn has 2 on for the first time since the 2nd inning. And it brings up the shortstop, Van Castro, who singled in her last at-bat. Van Castren looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Campbell was in the situation in the 2nd inning with 1 out. Garceau walked, Brown was hit by a pitch, but Campbell came back to strike out Cook and induce a fielder's choice by Naginski to get out of the inning. But all of a sudden, Campbell has lost the strike zone. She walked Bry on 4 pitches, and she has fallen behind 2-0 on Van Casteren. And it looks like a change will be made here for head coach Ted Evans. Ashley Schwab is going to come in for Celia Blom, and that makes me think that Blom will start to warm up for the Pirates. So Ashley Schwab comes in defensively. 2-0 pitch from Campbell is a strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Campbell fouled off the screen. And it's now 2-2. Runner on second is Johnson. Runner on first is Bry. And it's a 2-2 count on the shortstop, Van Casteren. And the 2-2 pitch bounces in the dirt, and the runners will advance. So Bry moves to second, and Johnson moves to third on the wild pitch by Campbell, and it is a full count on Van Casteren. The 3-2 pitch is high, and the bases are now loaded for the pitcher, Casey Murray. So the pitcher, Casey Murray, will bat with the bases full of Knights. Infield comes in for the Pirates to try and cut down the run at the plate. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. And since the first pitch ground ball by Naginski that started the inning, Campbell has had to work from behind every hitter since. That pitch is letter high for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch chopped foul by Murray down the right side. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Campbell delivers a pitch that's hit into right center field. That's going to fall and roll all the way to the fence. 2 runs will score, and it is a 3-2 ball game on the RBI double, 2 RBI double by Casey Murray. So that will bring up the left fielder, Casey Vassallo. So now the tying run is at third base. The go-ahead run is that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. They'll throw to first after Campbell looks back the runner at third. And a big out there for the Pirates because now the infield can go back to the normal depth and Campbell can work without distraction on Garceau, but Garceau has had her number 2 base hits in the game against Campbell. First pitch is high for a ball. To our score. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch, grounded through the hole into left field for a base hit, and we are tied at 3. So now the go-ahead run is at third. And it brings up Mandy Brown, who grounded out her last time up. She has also been hit by a pitch. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Pitch right over the plate for a strike. And it's 1-1. Three runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Lynn. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Pirates. Fly ball into deep right field, but settling underneath it and making the catch is Shelby Duff, and that will retire the side. But Lynn plates 3, and we are tied. Heading to the bottom of the 5th here at the Armstrong Softball Field, it is 3-3. The Armstrong Softball Field, 3 runs scored by the Knights in the top of the 5th inning, and it is 3-3. Pirates have the top of the order up as Shelby Duff, April Jowers, and Bailey Temples will bat in the 5th. Duff swings and misses at the first pitch from Murray, and it's 0-1. Duff reached on an error in the first and scored, then lined out to second. Her last time up, it was a very athletic play from the second baseman, Mandy Brown. Ground ball to third here. Naginski up with it quickly, throws on to first, and there's one away. When Brown made that catch, there were 2 on. And at what that point was a 2-0 lead for the Pirates, but now in a 3-3 game, that play may loom large, because if that ball gets into the gap, it's probably 5-3 Armstrong at least at this point. as it stands, it's a 3-3 ball game with April Jowers at the plate. She takes a pitch high for a ball. Jowers grounded out to second base her first time up, or last time up. She is 1 for 2 in this game. That is a fair ball. Throw on to first in time, and the catcher Garceau throws out. Jowers 2-4 on the ground out. And you can sense the momentum firmly pointing towards Lynn right now as Bailey Temples steps to the plate. Temples 2 for 2 with an RBI single in the ball game today. Grounds this one to third. Naginski throws in the dirt, and it gets past the first baseman. Throw to second is not in time, and so an error on the throw by Naginski will put a runner at second for Brittany Cooley. Second error of the game for Lynn, and it gives the Pirates the go-ahead run in scoring position for Cooley, who is 1-2 with a single. Cooley takes a strike at the knees from Murray, and it's 0-1. One pitch grounded into the hole into left field. That is a base hit. Rounding third is Temples. Throw the plate, not in time, and Cooley will make it to second as the Pirates retake the lead on the RBI single by Cooley. It is now 4-3. Unearned run against Murray because Temples reached on the error, but it does put the Pirates back in front, and Alexis Mercer now at the plate. Mercer drove in a run with a sacrifice fly her last time up. That was back in the third inning. Murray's pitch lifted into left field. Should be no trouble, and it is dropped by the left fielder, Vassallo. It should have been no trouble, but just a clear drop by Vassallo, and 2 errors in the inning by the Knights, and the Pirates have the 2-run lead again at 5-3. And you have to feel for Murray now because she had gotten 2 big outs after her teammates tied the ball game, but her defense letting her down right now. The errant throw by Naginski, the third baseman, allowing Temples to reach, and then the just flat-out dropped fly ball by Vassallo in left field. And now Whitney Galloway will bat. Galloway lines this one off the pitcher, but Murray recovers, throws on to first, and that will retire the side, but the Pirates come back and get 2. We are through 5 at the Armstrong Softball Field. It is 5-3 Pirates. Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong Softball Field, top of the 6th inning. Armstrong leads Lynn 5-3. Carissa Cook, the first baseman, will start the inning off for the Knights, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Lines this one to second base, and April Jowers is right there to make the grab for out number 1. So that will bring up Vicky Naginski, the third baseman. She takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Naginski definitely wants to atone for the error in the bottom of the 5th. That basically led to the Pirates' 2 runs. Grounds this one foul down the left side, and it's an 0-2 count. Naginski grounded back to the pitcher Campbell her last time up. And a ball gets away from the bullpen down the right field line. Montgomery warming up for Lynn. She came in and pitched a couple of innings in game 1 in relief. 0-2 pitch from Campbell, popped up into very shallow right field on the run, and making the catch is Shelby Duff for out number 2. So 2 down in the 6th, and Marianne Johnson, the right fielder, at the plate, 1 for 2. She essentially started the 3-run rally for Lynn in the 5th inning with a single. She fouls this one off here for strike 1. Later scored on the 2-run double by Murray. Pitches upstairs for a ball. Kristen Samarco has captured the Tusculum Invitational at Kiowa Island individually as the Pirates wrap up play at Kiowa. She started the day in 7th individually, so congratulations to Kristen and the Pirate women's golf team on a good tournament. 1-2 pitch upcoming from Campbell, and that is outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Campbell with the pitch. It bounces in front of the plate for a ball, and the count runs full. Two pitch popped up again into right field. Duff on the run and makes the running grab. And 3 up, 3 down go the Knights in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Armstrong leads 5-3. Heather Walker leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for Armstrong. Looks at a pitch low for a ball. Walker, the DP, 0 for 1 with a walk in the game today. Pirates lead it by 2, looking for a little insurance before we head into the 7th inning. Pirates and the Knights were tied at 3 in the 5th, but 2 unearned runs scored by Armstrong in the bottom of the 5th have the Pirates leading it by 2. 2-0 pitch from Murray bounces in, and it's a 3-0 count now on Walker. Three runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Lynn, 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Pirates. Armstrong won game 1 5-2. Leads this one 5-3 as ball 4 issued to Walker, and the Pirates have the leadoff runner on. And it looks like we're going to have possibly the pitching change for Lynn, as Montgomery will come in, and I would assume Murray would go into the field and remain in the game. So 5 will come in. Montgomery for Naginski, pushing Murray back to third base. So Montgomery in for the 2nd time in the doubleheader today. She pitched in relief of Callie Darlin in game number 1, pitched 2 innings of a scoreless ball. And Montgomery will now go to work against Ashley Schwab, the left fielder. Schwab came in defensively for Celia Blom, getting her first at-bat of the game. Schwab was 0 for 1 in game 1. Bunts this one foul, and it's 0-1. Montgomery's 0-1 pitch, bunted. That is a fair ball. Throw down to second is in time to get Walker, as the shortstop Van Kasteren kept her foot on the bag as she was falling down to grab the throw from the catcher Garceau. So 1 down, and now Schwab is on at first for Bridget Devlin, the catcher. Devlin has struck out twice. Lines this one into left field for a base hit. So Bridget Devlin, the freshman from Brooklet, gets her first collegiate hit. And the Pirates have 2 on with 1 out. And it brings up Shelby Duff. Duff 0 for 3, but has scored a run. Reached on an error in the first, scored, lined out, and grounded out. Montgomery's first pitch is outside for ball 1. Delivery is outside again, as Montgomery pitching cautiously to Shelby Duff. Duff was 2 for 3 in game 1 of our doubleheader with a 2-run home run. Her 2-run home run in that first game erased a 2-1 Lynn lead and gave the Pirates back the lead. 3-2. Pitch upstairs, and it's now 3-0. And the throw down to second goes into center field as Schwab strayed away from second base a little too far, but backing up on the play was the center fielder, Savilak, and Schwab was unable to advance, but it's a 3-0 count on Shelby Duff as Montgomery is in danger of loading the bases. The 3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4. It's ball 4, so the throw down to third apparently did not get Schwab, but it really didn't matter because we've got bases full of Pirates, and the Pirates will bring a pinch hitter in for April Jowers. As with the bases loaded, the Pirates will bring in Ashley Bucket to bat. Not a slap hitter's forte to run with the bases loaded, so the Pirates starting catcher will have a pinch hit opportunity here to try and add some insurance. Bucket 0 for 1 with a walk in game number 1. Montgomery's first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Bucket, the senior from Snellville, all-conference catcher the last 2 years. Oh, 0-1 pitch, grounded foul down the third base side, and it's 0-2. So Montgomery way ahead of Ashley Bucket here with the bases full of Pirates. 0-2 pitch, lifted to second. Brown will make the grab. Duff scrambles back to first base. But that is the second out of the inning, and a big one because now a play at any base gets the Knights out of the inning. As Bailey Temples comes to the plate. Temples is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Montgomery's first pitch is swung on and missed as Temples decided late to swing at that pitch. And it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch outside for a ball. Ashley Schwab on at third base, Bridget Devlin on at second, and Shelby Duff on at first for the Pirates. Armstrong leads by 2, would love to plate a couple here and go into the 7th up by more. Line driving to left field, that is a fair ball, and down the line it goes. Duff rounds third, she will score. It is a 3-run double, and the Pirates now lead it 8-3. So Bailey Temples, who had a pair of triples in yesterday's 3-1 win over Florida Tech, goes 3 for 4 in this game with 4 runs driven in. And the Pirates now lead it by 5. And it brings up Brittany Cooley, the third baseman, who is 2 for 3 in this game with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Grounds this one to third. Murray throws on to first, and that retires the side. But another big hit from Bailey Temples as we head to the top of the 7th. Armstrong leads it 8-3. We move to the top of the 7th inning here at the Armstrong Softball Field. Pirates leading Lynn 8-3. Top of the order for the Knights as Delaney Bry leads things off. Bry 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounds this one to short. Mercer up with it, throws on to first, and there's one away. So Anne-Marie Van Kasteren will bat. 1 for 2 in this game with a single and a walk. She takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Want to pass along that Armstrong sophomore Kristen Samarco has picked up the first individual win for an Armstrong women's golfer as she captures the Tusculum Invitational at Kiowa Island. Samarco, a sophomore out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. First women's golfer in Armstrong history. The golf program began in 2005, 2006. So many tournaments for the Pirates, but the first Pirate to capture an individual title as Van Kasteren fouls off the 1-1 delivery. And it's now 1-2. One-two changeup is called, strike 3. And Van Kasteren out on strikes, and Campbell, who endured a rough 5th inning, has now set down 6 in a row since Lynn scored 3. Kristen Samarco with an even par score as this pop-up is to second, and April Jowers will record the out, and the Pirates will record the win. 8-3 our final as Armstrong sweeps Lynn, winning the first game 5-2. Here on Super Bowl Sunday, will fans be sure to enjoy the game tonight, and we will talk to you on Friday from the Armstrong Pirate Field for baseball. The Pirates take on Concord out of West Virginia. First pitch is 2 p.m.